Mass here from massiveav.ca. Today's video, service call. That's right, we're on set right now with a service call. What's the problem? Security cameras. Security cameras flickering, security cameras setting off motion sensors. So we're here doing the service call. It just started raining outside, so we can't really do anything outside where the cameras are, but what we can do is go downstairs where the DVR is and find out what the problem is and start doing our troubleshooting. The customer has an analog system. I'm not exactly sure why they're not on the IP camera systems yet, but that's what we're here for. So give me a sec. We're gonna go downstairs, we're gonna get set up, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're downstairs now in the basement. We're basically all set up. Unfortunately, I can't go behind the rack to show you guys absolutely everything, so I just took everything apart. So anyways, what did you find, Mass? So here's what I found. The customer, it's confirmed the customer does have an analog system. What an analog system is your old school BNC connectors. Now, if I can find that adapter, so this is what the customer is using right now. Whoever wired the house wired with Cat5. On the Cat5, they're using these. These are BNC bail-ins. This is the BNC side. This would be the Cat5 side. So what they're doing is they're using analog signal from the DVR, from the camera to the DVR, utilizing the Cat6 through these bail-ins. One would be on the camera side, one would be at the DVR side. The DVR is right here. I took it apart, got it right here. This is your DVR. These are your BNCs for the DVR. Sorry if that's not focused. You would just pop it in like this, give her a twist, and you're done. That's your one camera. So this would be on the camera side. The problem with this is these bail-ins go bad. Sometimes both go bad, sometimes one goes bad, one on the camera side or one on the DVR side. So I'm not exactly sure why the customer is not on an IP camera system when the Cat5 is already here, but the flickering are the bail-ins gone bad. So these bail-ins have gone bad, and that's a telltale sign. Flickering to the point where it flickers so much on the camera that it sets off the motion sensors. So customers got two options. One, replace these bail-ins. Two, upgrade to an IP system. I personally would love to upgrade them, but at the end of the day, people look at the money. Sometimes it's not worth it, but I think it is because you don't have to deal with it in the future when it starts happening again, because you don't know when it's going to happen again. So on the camera side, what you have is you got your power here, which is red, and you got your BNC for where the bail-in goes. On some cameras, there's dip switches at the camera side. So right here. So these are your dip switches. You pop this open on this particular camera. You got your dip switches here. Oh, sorry, again, it's blurry. Anyways, you got your dip switches, and you would need to set it to, well, there's four settings. There's HD, CVI, analog, AHD, HD, TVI. I personally only use HD, TVI, but it's got to mate with the DVR. So if you're dealing with a Frankenstein system, you got to play with these settings, because sometimes it's just a setting thing where the cameras were left at, for example, AHD. It was fine, and then for whatever reason, who knows, the DVR got swapped, and the DVR doesn't like it being set at AHD. So sometimes it is these settings where the DVR got swapped, which you would have never known that, and you just have to play with these settings. Or, like I said, it's a bail-in that's gone bad. In this particular case, the bail-in has gone bad, and I was playing with it and in my hands and it was flickering. It's the bail-in. So customer, like I said, has got a choice. Upgrade to IP or replace the bail-ins. Chances of it happening again, if they stay on the analog, are pretty good. The reason why they should move over to the IP is because the cable infrastructure is already here and they don't have to deal with these bail-ins anymore, because at the NVR, which is network video recorder, on the back, you don't have BNC. You have RJ45 female connectors. So that Ethernet cable gets plugged right into the DVR. On the camera side, same thing. You don't need a bail-in because on the camera side, it's got a female RJ45. So you plug her in and you're done. And you carry power to the camera from the NVR. You don't need a second run for power. You don't have to worry about any of that. On that cable, you get your video and your power. The NVRs have PoE, power over Ethernet. So not only does it carry the video, but it also carries the required power to each camera. I think they should be on IP. At the end of the day, it's up to the customer. Anyways, that was today's video, service call, and difference between analog and IP. Let me know if you guys want pricing on IP cameras. I do sell IP cameras. And that's it. So that's today's service call. If you guys need me, give me a shout. Over and out.